All right. Checking the sound. What is going on, guys, gals, aliens, and degenerate crypto enthusiasts? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the first live stream of the day, first live stream of this fine Tuesday. I hope everyone is feeling well, looking good, feeling good. I know you guys are looking good. You guys are one of the finest, some of the finest people in the crypto space. You're the freshest. You're the cleanest. You're the freshest and cleanest. Guys, if I start going off, I took a bunch of allergy medicine. My allergies were going crazy. My nose was just dripping like a faucet. So if my brain, or if I literally can't even talk, that's probably why. So we're going to get through this live stream as best as we can, and we're just going to keep it pretty short and sweet. We're going to give you the Bitcoin price. We're going to give you some technical analysis. We're going to give you where we think the crypto markets are going to be going in the next couple of weeks, the next couple of months, because that is when I think it's going to get a little crazy, guys. So bear with me. I'm caffeinated. I got allergy medicine going. I think my brain is doing some flip-flops or something like that. So hopefully everything's working, and we're just going to trudge along here. Okay, so looks like CZ, we were looking at all the different Twitter posts or X posts, whatever you want to call them. It's hard to not call them Twitter posts, but X posts. CZ says, I'm not against memes, but meme coins are getting a little weird now. Let's build real applications using blockchain. And then someone said, they went from being fun, then being funny, to being extremely weird and desperate. So that's not all of them. So we agreed just kind of slightly with CZ. I think there's some obviously that kind of go a little too far. They push the boundaries, and there's some that you're just like, what, and some of them are built off of very small narratives, maybe quick TikTok memes or something like that, or something that's just a very quick flash in the pan type of thing. And then obviously those are the ones that most of the time go to zero. They don't last past, like a $20 million market cap, or they go up to $100 million market cap. And then most of those don't even get to that point and can't sustain anything that is any volatility when it comes to Bitcoin going down or Ethereum going down, Solana going down. These things nuke. And so what you have to find is the things that don't nuke when there's, fear in the market, or whenever there's, people speculating, chasing the pumps. You want to find the project that actually has a nice sustained chart. And so a lot of the times the memes that we like to find are those that have been, over a year old. You can see that it's had some sell-offs. It has some, support levels. And as long as it can consistently make new all-time highs through the volatility, then that's how we choose the coins that we like to follow as our meme coin picks. But let's keep the show on the road. Let's hit the like button. Let's hit the subscribe button. I hear you guys. I see you. And like I said, if I can't talk right, or I sound like why does Dano sound like he's slurring or can't get words out? I took a bunch of allergy medicine so I could actually survive on the live stream today, or just survive today. I had my nose just going like a faucet, my nose is itching like crazy. And a lot of the times I don't like to take allergy medicine. I've been pretty good so far, but man, I was just I was getting destroyed. So if my brain seems a little tweaked right now, that's probably why. And also drank coffee. So bear with me, guys. We're going to get through it. Just smash the like button and share the stream to your friends. Okay, so let's get into the Bitcoin price. So we actually had a nice little dump. And a lot of people are thinking, ooh, we got Black Friday sale. Black Friday sale for TradingView. We'll have to check that out. So you can see here, we had a really nice pump. We almost got to 100K. We were so close to 100K, guys. And then damn old Jim Cramer came out the gate and just had to say he was bullish on Bitcoin. And then, funny enough, we love to correlate that with why Bitcoin dumped. But I think ultimately it's the whales. The whales just are playing these games. We know we can get past 100K, no problem. But the moment that we got there, we had Jim Cramer say, well, Bitcoin's it's a winner right now. The moment Like just the next day. I mean, it just didn't even take that long for the market to react and be like, dang it, I guess we got to just do the inverse Kramer and sell all our Bitcoin. And so Bitcoin actually went down as low now as today as 91,000. But you know what's so amazing is that the moment that it gets to these lows, and we can show you on the Bitstamp chart, I think is the one that represents this data very easy. We want to look at the 45 minute. Someone was actually laughing at me for using the 45-minute time frame, and I like the 45-minute time frame because you can see these wicks. You can see these wicks, but then also see what these traders are doing. You can see what the traders are doing, but then also I love the 4 hour because then you can really see these time frames here. Oop. We just got a lockup. Uh-oh. Hopefully we can come back. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. What happened? Ah! Oh, no. Guys, sorry. Not only is my brain half working, but now my computer's half working. So that's fantastic. Hold on just a second. Let me fix something because something's just going ham here. Oh no. What happened? Crap. So sorry guys. I think Bitcoin's pumping right now and then it just and then TradingView just crashed. Or my entire browser just crashed. Hold on. I have to Control Alt Delete, guys. I got to Control Alt Delete. Firefox is not responding. Son of a gun. Should I wait? All right, guys, in the chat, should I wait for it to respond or should I close it? It's like a trade. Should I wait to close the Firefox trade or should I keep it open? Oh man, we're gonna have to close. All right, guys, just I might lose you. I might lose you for a moment, but give me just a moment. We're gonna try and reopen this thing because we just had a major crash. Okay, I think we're back in business. Okay, yes, we are back in business. Okay, we are good. We're good. Okay, awesome. Okay, so Mimi said, when is a good time to long ETH? Well, I mean, ETH, I think, saw a nice little dip. I think everything kind of went down a little bit. ETH is back at that 333 level, those like lucky ETH number right there. We're going to check on ETH as well, but we want to go back. We were trying to get to the 4 hour time frame, but look at this. The bounce off of this is really great. It actually, we fell off that parabolic curve pretty hard. We kind of traded sideways off of it, and we made this kind of now it's like this it was like a broadening descending wedge, something like that. It kind of started to get a little too. This is what kind of started to scare me. This wick right here, I was like, I don't know. It was looking like a bull flag, and then now it really kind of just broke down and didn't give us that breakout that we wanted to. The one that kind of looks like, if you're looking at the 4 hour, you're like, okay, that looked like it was going to break, and it was going to break that 100K and then start to run up here. But we got the little slam down. We got the liquidity grab, and you can see on the 4 hour here that, look at these candles. You can see the candle wicks on the Bollinger Band of the 20 SMA is exactly where we ended up trading down, which is right on to this level. And so I wonder how the Fibonacci retracement looks on this particular level. Let's pull a fib. Let's pull a fib real quick and see what's going on with that level there, because that kind of looks real interesting. Let's see. So we had 0.38. We're trading up to the 618. Yeah. All right. So I'm curious, what do you guys think? I want to know what you think. Where do you think Bitcoin at this point, because we had such a nice bounce here where we get a really good liquidity drop, but then we get a really good, I guess, the term that I was hearing and what I've heard, people like Andy Bitcoin Census, the bump and run, where basically, we get a nice little low, we get a drop, and then we bounce and get a nice little bump and run, and we could just now test back up and make a V-shaped recovery going back into the new all-time highs, and we break that 100K. So I'm curious, what do you guys think? You think we can do that? You think we can do that? Or are we going to fill the gap? Because there is a gap. There is a gap on the 4-hour and the daily time frame. If you're looking at the futures chart, there's a gap between 80K and 75K. And it's just, it's not looking too good in terms of if we do fill that, then that would be pretty, it would give some pain. It would be kind of going into max pain territory of giving us from the top. If we're going to do those 20%, 30% crashes to shake people out really hard, it would bring us right back down on this trend line, and we would fill the gap. So I don't want you guys to, take that out of the bag yet, take this out of consideration just yet. I want you guys to prepare for this because it could easily happen. It could happen. And then we have massive buying pressure in these lows. Alts kind of will get smashed. Alts will get absolutely smashed, but it would be the biggest buying opportunity for us, and it would give retail and institutions all of these opportunities to get low prices. So that's just kind of how you have to mentally prepare for it, is like, okay, it's not over. It's just better buying prices for whatever. Because, basically, if Bitcoin does this, everything's going down. There might be a few things that actually that survive this and don't go down as much. And then that's going to be your key metric of what to actually invest in, is what didn't get completely destroyed whilst Bitcoin goes down or ETH goes down. And now what I've noticed recently, when Bitcoin had been getting smashed, guess what was going up and was still surviving? Phantom. And so we've been talking about Phantom for a little while. We told you guys that you need to watch Phantom. Watch Phantom, because Cardano and Phantom moved in tandem last cycle. I was following both of these projects kind of around the same time, and I remember that Phantom and Cardano kind of went in the same price valuations, like $2.90, $3, kind of hit that $3 peak, and then ultimately topped out and then started to go down. But Phantom, though, in the bear market and through this pre-altcoin season, started to get more traction than what said Cardano had. And the only reason I think Cardano has gotten the valuation that it has now and the boost of over 250% is because of the Trump administration, incorporation, and Charles Hoskinson being involved in all of that, what has to do with them with crypto regulation, being a part of maybe, this, helping the crypto czar, like there's going to be this crypto czar position. And so I think that helped Cardano a lot. Like that really helped Cardano in terms of its price movements. If you look at the monthly, Cardano went up 176%. But then you think, look, you start to see like, wow, like things like Stellar Lumens went up 386%. You got HBAR going up 181%. Old metaverse tokens like Sandbox and Decentraland going up. EOS 77%. Like all these old coins are coming back. XRP came back, and so Crow, look, 135%. Akash is still, like, I feel like every time we have a nice altcoin run, Akash network always does really well. I've just noticed that. I've just noticed like Akash, for some reason, like every time we get these altcoins running, Akash just is a nice, steady steady run. It's done pretty well in the yearly. But then you got things like Dogecoin. We have the Doge initiative. Department of Government Efficiency is going to be coming into play in this next administration. And just the Doge name alone, I think, is going to push Dogecoin to $2, $3, even possibly $5 this cycle. And when you think about Dogecoin now, you can't think about like a 4-year cycle. Actually, Doge, if you look at it in a 7-year cycle, which you'd think you would laugh and be like, what? Doge 7-year cycle? Well, the Doge 7-year cycle could actually play out where if it mimics or rhymes a little bit of what the previous runs had done, where we went up and broke all-time highs, consolidated, then broke up all-time highs, and we just kind of do like what Bitcoin has been doing, essentially just sustaining through the bear market and then actually going up even more. And so now Dogecoin being the meme of this administration, I think it's kind of inevitable now that Doge will just surpass $1 and one Doge will be one Doge always. And I think people's prophecy of it being fulfilled to $1 will be smashed. I think it'll go to $2. I think sooner than we think, I think Doge could get to $100 billion market cap just by those things alone, just by that sentiment alone. So, and then for all of the other meme coins under it, like Pepe, Dog with Hat, Shiba Inu, Floki, just go down the list. Like those coins are going to naturally do well in the success of Dogecoin. So that's kind of how I've been thinking about this particular market and how I'm trading it. And I'm sure you guys are probably doing maybe a similar thing. This is how you're discovering what you actually end up wanting to invest in, because, it's not like you guys just have just bags of cash to invest in. Well, if you do, congratulations. You're like one of like 1,000 that most people kind of don't really have that much cash on the side. And if they do, then they're gonna be a little like they're gonna be a little choosy of how they're gonna invest, or it just depends on your risk management, I guess, or kind of like the type of person you are. Like, hey, if you got $500, like what are you gonna do with that $500? Are you gonna buy $250 of Bitcoin and then $250 of ETH, or are you gonna take that $500, go buy like 2 Sol, and then go gamble it on some meme coins off on crypto Twitter? Like, it all kind of depends on your personality and how you've been swayed in one way or the other to either go into the casino, step into the strip club casino combo, and then, or you can start to build a consistent plan of say, okay, well, I got 500 and then I might get 500 the next month extra. And then how are you going to then steadily start to diversify and build up a portfolio? Even if it only ends up being $1,000, you could still do some damage with $1,000 buying boring coins instead of gambling in the meme coin space. You could buy, look, Stellar Lumens went up like a meme coin. The past month, it has gone up 382%. And then if you would have just been DCAing into Stellar Lumens, 282%. So we get really distracted and convinced that you put in $1,000 and then the next day you're supposed to get $1 million. You're supposed to get your 100x right there. And that's not how it works. Crypto Twitter is filled with a bunch of delusional degenerates and screenshots that are not true. And then most of these things are insider Telegram groups that they're creating these coins and then they're just pumping them and dumping them. And you ultimately are the one end up holding the bag and getting convinced that this thing is the thing. And it's not. Like, actually, the thing is building a consistent, less risky, risk-off portfolio with a little bit of risk on, going into maybe some more speculative stuff, having a small percentage going into these memes. And then ultimately, you're holding all of the fundamental, boring, boomer coins, and by DCAing, you just, I mean, what do you want to do? Do you want to actually have a few $1 million in the next couple of years, or do you want to just be cashing out of the casino with like 20K, 30K? And then for the reason why you made that so fast is the reason why you're going to lose it just as fast. Because you didn't earn it. You gambled it. So you're going to probably most likely lose the shit. And then by actually building up resilience, knowing that you have a strategic plan and you're building up your bag, this is how you're going to outperform most people. By stepping out of the delusion and knowing that this is still an investment type of game. You have to play sometimes the long game. Da Vinci played the long game. Carl played the long game. These people who have played the long game are sitting on millions and millions of dollars of being able to stay in crypto, invest in early angel invest, and create companies inside of crypto. You don't want to be the degenerate gambler that just made a quick $100,000 and then you get out and then you end up gambling on something else and then you have nothing to show for it. And so you have to make a choice. It's like, are you going to be a Michael Saylor knowing that this thing is going to be digital Manhattan, like Bitcoin, being digital Manhattan, and that anything else under it is just going to be a highly speculative play to be able to just get more Bitcoin? That's pretty much it. It's like, as boring as that sounds, I know I just lost about like a half of you by saying like go DCA into the boomer coins. You're like, I want to hear about the degeneracy. I want to hear about the stuff. Like, where is the next 100x, bro? That's what I know. That's what you guys want to hear. But maybe if I told you, you'd be so disappointed to be like, are you serious? The next 100x is Pepe? Have you seen what Pepe's been doing? Have you seen the trading volume? The trading volume being at a $3 billion in trading volume. Did you see Pepe was listed on Coinbase like we've been talking about, like we've been telling you? Did you see that Pepe was also listed on Robinhood like we've been telling you, that they were going to list like other meme coins as well? It ended up being listing with Dog with Hat. Absolutely the metric and the key for you to then think, okay, I'm going to get convinced probably, or people are going to try to convince you that you need to get into the next thing that isn't as high valued as Pepe. Because 7.6 is just too high, bro. It's just too high, bro. But then you see things like Shiba Inu, you see things like Dogecoin getting to a $57 billion market cap by community support alone, just by people being loud. Who is the loudest community and cult people in crypto? Our trade says, sounds like the top is in. No, it's not the top. All right, so this is what I'm going to explain to you guys, like why it's not the top, okay? This is why this is not the top. It's very easy to think that this is the top. It's very easy to think that this is the top, but then all you have to do is make one single chart. Make one single chart. You make this chart, okay? Make this chart. Go to the Binance chart. And I want you to, from 2017, I want you to put a vertical line right here in August and September. Then I want you to go to 2020. I want you to put a vertical line in September. Then I want you to do it again in 2024 in September. Actually, I'd like you to do it right here in, let's see, June, July, August, September. Where's the, right, June, July, April. There we go. All right. I want you to put it in April because that's when we had the halving. Was in April. It was about the end of April. Okay. So the cycles from each halving, we've had a peak where you're saying it's the top. I'm telling you it's not. I'm telling you that it is 500 days out. Average, actually, in the average, the mean average is actually 530 days. So this is what you need to look at. Don't look at people calling the top. Don't look at people selling too early. You need to look at the data. Look at the data. Look at what has happened in previous markets. Study that every single halving bull market cycle has given us the utmost return of minimum 230, 300% moves to the upside. But all inside of there, we have 20, 30% dips. Especially right here, where we pumped to 40. We did this 2 times until we hit all-time highs. We pumped to 40K. Elon and Tesla announced that they bought Bitcoin. Then like a week later, we crashed 30, 40%. And then from $29,000, we pumped to all-time highs and went up 150, 200%. So we are going to see the same volatility, the same games that are going to be played here, where we go above 100K. We might supply shock. We might actually short squeeze up to 150K this year, and then we crash to 100K. Then you're really going to be saying the top was in, that was the top. That was it, guys. That's it. Then everyone's going to think we're in a bear market. We're going to go to a bear market. We're going to go back to 18K. People are going to say, see, Capo is probably right. That's it. And then, I'm sorry, guys, but like you're going to get shaken out, and then it's going to go to 300, 400K. It is what it is. It's just the nature of the markets. It's hard sometimes, but I'm looking at data. I'm going off of data. I'm not going off of crypto Twitter. I'm going off of data. All you have to do is pull this and put it on every single zone, and it matches up exactly. Pretty much almost dead on, has the same movements. And this one would have been even more. We got rugged, guys. So Plan B stock to flow model actually is accurate. It actually does represent where Bitcoin should have gone and where it has gone, where it's going, and we'll prove it to you. The Bitstamp chart on the weekly we created. We love looking at the Bitstamp chart actually for trading on the 4 hour, the 45 minute. But when we made the weekly here, the weekly spread, and you can see since its halvings, Bitcoin was geared up to literally match the curve every single time we go into a bull market and a bull run. But look at this rug city right here. We got rugged by the industry. We're really supposed to actually go past 100K at this time. But we got rugged. The market itself, the companies themselves were over leveraged and stole our crypto. And then all through here too, we had Operation Choke Point. We had all of the manipulation. We had the Sam Bankman-Frieds, the Celsius, BlockFi, Voyager, all this crap. So this is why I think ultimately we will be hitting the top of the curve here in this cycle, going to $500,000. All right, Late the Great's got to sign out. All right, see you, bro. We will see you. We will see you at the top. But yeah, that's why this is where I want, this is the best information that I can give you guys that can help you not get shaken out. Now, I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not going to act like I'm going to say this is absolutely, definitely what's going to happen. But I am betting on it. I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and I am willing to take the loss because the risk to reward ratio of me being right is way worth it than not actually going into the bet at all. Which is where you have to think, I just need to be in this market, whether I'm DCAing, building up the bag, building exposure in different modalities in the crypto space, whether it's by trading, whether it's by learning DeFi, whether it's by starting your own crypto business, whatever it is, this is the time to do it. This is exactly the time to do it. This is the time to get serious about stuff, because the next whatever you start doing right now and planning is going to decide the next 4 years of your life and your family's life, and everything that is around you in your ripple. You will be rippling all this out, and the universe will reward you if you start to put focus and start to take this stuff seriously. It will not reward you if you keep giving it the same old thing, the same old drag. It will give you the same old drag. I've done it. I've experienced it. When I give the universe and God and the infinite stuff that's in the universe, the creativity of the universe and the energy of the universe, if you give it shit, it will give you back shit. And so you have to give it greatness, give it love, give it encouragement, like give it the thing, like this is what is going to actually start to really change almost everything in your life, especially when it comes to money. You know, you think of how many times money was mentioned in the Bible. It wasn't for no reason. It's so important to start to get your money in order and get yourself in a wealth mindset, in a abundant mindset. Because once you get that unlocked, you can do so many things. And then you are then the perfect servant of God, because then you are able to help people. You're able to use your wealth, your resources, your time to then be able to then spread the ripple out even further. So that's why it's so important that you get your mind right. You get your finances right. I'm doing this in my own life. I realize this. I know it to be true. Sometimes it's hard. You get knocked off. You get knocked off the path. But ultimately, that's the path. That's the hero's journey. You go through these trials and tribulations. You figure out what went wrong, how you can make the change, and you go to something greater, and you look at something greater, and you start to realize that this is all part of some kind of bigger picture, and you can be 100% participant in this instead of being a victim and a person who is letting your life just go and pass you by. So at a point, you have to start making the choice. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? And I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to you guys, but really I'm talking to myself, because you have to speak it. You have to believe it. You have to act on it. You have to combine all of these things as the Trinity effect to manifest your life. That's what the secret is. If you guys ever known what the secret is, and when you heard about the secret, it's connecting the trifold thing, which is you have to believe it, you have to feel it, and then you have to put that into action. 3 things. Belief. You have to feel it. You have to imagine, feel that you're rich, that you're wealthy, that you're able to have the resources to help people. And then you have to take action, because nothing is going to just arrive at your door. If you realize if you've arrived at a place, it is because of the actions that you took. Whether that action was no action, like you chose to not go left or right, then there you go. That is why you're here right now. And you have to ask yourself a question. Am I happy with where I'm at right now? If the answer is yes, then okay, you're in a good place. But if you're not, then you have to ask yourself the question, why? Once you ask yourself that question, why am I not happy? Why am I not happy with where I'm at right now? And you might notice that you haven't been talking to God. You've only been talking to yourself inside your head. And you might have lost sight of what's actually around you. Maybe what you've actually could be grateful for. Maybe you've been into a depression. You focus on all the bad stuff all the time. I don't know. I don't know why I started preaching, but like I said, guys, I took some allergy medicine. And I told you, I warned you in the beginning of the stream. I said, if my brain starts going, be prepared. Be prepared. But what I'm saying, though, I do believe it. Like, I'm not just saying it just to be like crass, or I'm not being facetious or anything like that. I really do believe that. If there's anything that I've learned through this life and my journey with Jesus Christ and God, and being on the fence or going back and forth, or just feeling like I'm talking to myself, like, oh my gosh, like I'm sure you've been in points of your life where you're like, am I alone? Am I like talking to myself here? Like, what the hell is going on? And I know you felt like that, because it is just a human condition that you could be in such a low place that you're like, does God even hear me right now? Like, what? Like, does anyone hear me? I've been calling out. But it's so interesting that once something changes, it's like almost like you start to instead of cursing God and why aren't you listening, or saying, Jesus, what, you just you open yourself up, and you have to let them in. And as humans, we're so hardened in our hearts with stuff that it's hard for us to let it in. And then when we do let it in, we feel so much emotion that some people can't handle it. And they're like, I can't, it's too much. But I notice when I let that in, I just start weeping tears. It's just like, once I actually let it in, you're just like, wow. It's crazy. But then that's when you're like, okay, now I can start moving towards that direction, the light, because you got two wolves inside of you. You can feed the one that is going to bring you into the depths of hell, or you can feed the one that is going to keep you warm through the winter storm. All right, well, speaking of the winter storm, are altcoins going to come back? Oh my gosh. So funny. Yeah, Steve Randall Jr. said it's called the Holy Spirit. Yeah, honestly it is. It's because the Holy Spirit, once it gets on you, you start to feel it. Oh my gosh. I hope so. I mean, hey, if someone gets inspired by what I'm saying, then that I would praise God, because sometimes it's hard to talk about this stuff. Some people are afraid to talk about how they feel about those certain things, but really it's like I have had these moments in my life where it's undeniable and I like can feel it in my I get the lump in my throat and the heart and my heart and all that stuff and you can feel it. It's crazy. It's crazy. And the moments where I've really felt that the most is with my family and with my daughter, just seeing her grow up and just all that stuff is like I hope and pray you guys can experience these things that I have been experiencing over the past 6 years, because oh man, holy crap. It has been just a whirlwind of a life, but I'm so grateful. All right, so like I told you guys, it's so interesting with the Phantom trade here. What like we we said, guys, watch Phantom. If you've been watching this channel, we've been telling you guys, watch FTM. Watch Phantom. This thing is going to rip, and it is ripping. We've already taken profits on it. We took some profits on it. We're still up and realized profits, but we actually went and remargined a little bit back into the trade. What we did is we scooped off some profits in some of these trades, and we ended up going back in. It would have been nice to DCA back in and remargin into these trades whenever we had that 91% or $91,000 Bitcoin. That would have been sweet, but we did not do that. But it's okay. I think some of these altcoin trades are still going to be in the green here pretty soon. I think Pepe is ready to just explode. I mean, Pepe is in a bull flag. Now, this is a bull flag. And I think that the target here is going to be pretty ridiculous. I mean, basically it's going to be the size of the pole here. And I think the breakout is going to be pretty massive. We're going to have a really, really nice breakout on this. And if we break out, which I think we will be really nicely in profit on the Pepe trade. And we're going to keep these open as long as we can. We're swing longing. We're scalp longing. We're ATM longing this. These particular altcoins like Litecoin, Pepe, Doge, and Phantom. These were the ones that we were really specific, that we were like, okay, which ones that kind of fit with me, what I actually like, and how we think these coins are going to do. And I think these are a really good choice of coins. We're not in a million trades. We're not in 1,000. We're not in every single altcoin trade. I think we're just in the ones I think that are going to probably do really, really well. We're in the Bitcoin trade. We're in the Litecoin trade. Pepe, Doge, Phantom, and then Floki. Don't forget about Floki. Floki's getting hit, though. Floki's getting hit. We were in the green. We actually managed to get back in the green. We thought about closing the Floki trade as a safety hedge. We did not. Now we're back down into the 70% range. And so we're really hoping that Floki can start to get some Coinbase movement. We got the listing on Coinbase, and hopefully some normies come in and start buying up our bags, because ultimately that's what we want them to do, right? We want normies and the retail and the institutions to come in, please buy our bags, so then we can sell them. Right? I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's not like we're in here to just hold these things forever and just look at the profits. We got to make some money, guys. So it is what it is. We like the community, but we also like money too. All right. So with that being said, guys, use all the links in the description. It would really help support the channel at full transparency. We get a kickback for these things. And also, if you use my link, you get a bonus. You get a cool sign-up bonus. And we are still running the BITFLEX giveaway for the Trezor. Someone asked the other day, is the Trezor a good cold storage wallet? And I would say yes, it's actually really good. The dashboard is great. I love the functionality of the dashboard. It's got a built-in Tor firewall and connection built into it. So anything that you're doing, you're protected. You can hold Solana, you can hold ETH, you can hold Bitcoin. I mean, you can hold Dogecoin. And I actually like the functionality of it. Works really well. It's nice and sleek. And you guys can actually get a chance to win one of those Trezor Safe 3s if you sign up with my link for the BITFLEX link down in the description below. And all right, we'll see you guys later today. And we hope you had a good time on the live stream this morning. And yeah, just let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Make sure you're hitting the like button on the way out. Make sure you follow me at DanoCrypto904. This is where I also am live streaming on x.com. I am reposting as much of the valuable information that I think you guys would like to see. I don't know. I find this fascinating. I don't know about you guys, but I'd like your opinions and your thoughts. And please put them in the comment section below. I'd love to know your thoughts and also your thoughts on this particular post, because I get that, like, you got to have a certain amount of impressions. You got to be possibly, putting, actually buying advertisement for your X post to get a little bit more, send it out in the algorithm a little bit. But I've just been fascinated by how much Tiffany Fong gets paid to produce like the most minimal content out of any person on X. She hasn't posted a video. She hasn't posted very many posts of media and pictures. She only has 2 subscriptions, but she does have a lot of followers. She has 278,000 followers, so I get that. But I don't understand how she's getting paid as much as she's getting paid on X. It's crazy. It's a lot. It's like, and I'm happy for her. I'm like, that's sweet. I mean, get paid. But I'm very curious as to how I produce about 10 times or 20 times more content than Tiffany Fong. I live stream 2 times a day, Monday through Friday. I'm not like an NFT bro shiller. I just don't get it. But I guess I got to just keep grinding, right? I guess I got its headband said the grind never stops. And I was like, yeah, I know. I'm like not complaining, but I'm kind of half complaining. I tagged Elon in it. Hopefully Elon addresses me directly and says, we'll work on it. We're going to work on it. But yeah, I mean, that'll be the day where I actually can get paid on X to post memes. That's the goal. That's the goal. But really, we are posting directly on X with our video content. We try, and every time we do a dedicated video that's not a live stream, we also post it directly on X as well. So I don't know. Maybe we'll get the love. We'll get the love sooner or later. But I just think it's kind of crazy that, like, it's just something ain't right. Something's fishy here. Something's fishy. This algorithm needs to open up. All right. Anyway, we'll see you guys on the next live stream. Peace out.